Hey, what is going on, Guardians? Evade here and welcome back to the channel. Today we finally got that Season of Opulence trailer that we've been waiting for a while now, and it definitely reveals some pretty crazy stuff. Now of course there's a bunch of mystery cloaked around this, so we're gonna dive through and see what we can pick out, and that'll include things like truth, a new 6-player match-made activity, and then we'll get into the speculation afterwards.
A new mystery awaits you, Guardian. Welcome to the Season of Opulence. What will you find in the Emperor's lost vaults? Treasure hunts will lead you to powerful weapons and armor. These will quickly boost your power level and prepare you for the Menagerie. This season's all-new 6-player match-made activity. Grow strong, Guardian. Prove your worth.
Alright Guardians, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that trailer, and let's get into picking out what we can. So the first couple of shots open aboard the Leviathan with some new areas. The first weird thing to note is that this looks like the Leviathan right here, like an area we would see on the ship, but it looks like it's in the Ascendant Plane. Now when you think about it, we did go to Calus's Shadow Realm in the first Leviathan raid where his giant head was floating there, but to me this looks like an explorable location, perhaps in Patrol, or maybe even this is for the new 6-player match-made activity. So I'm not sure who they got to voice this trailer, but it was pretty cool. Not sure if it has to do with the story. It didn't sound like Toland at first, that's who I thought it was, but I'm like, hey, it sounds a little bit different, don't think it's him. So not sure if this is just some guy that got to narrate this or not, but I think they did a great job for sure. Now one of the first things this guy says is mystery awaits you, Guardian, with this image right here. This thing definitely looks Vex, so not sure if this is Kyria Blade transform as we've speculated before, but we know she is taken, so not sure if that's a possibility. But Calus has got all this crazy stuff going on, so I'm sure we'll learn more as the DLC releases. We then get a look at this Warlock holding a brand new shotgun, and I believe a returning exotic helmet being the Astrocyte Verse. So as mentioned, this thing was from Destiny 1, so it's cool to see it return if you're a Warlock and you enjoyed this helmet, and here's a better look at it with some of these images. The next clip we get a better look at that giant Vex Hydra mentioned a couple of seconds ago, and also what looks like in the left and right like hive entities, unless those are statues of Calus. It's really hard to tell from here, but whatever they are, the projectiles they are firing look very interesting. So far with this trailer, we've seen a bunch of Vex enemies aboard the Leviathan. Not sure if that has a part to play in the story or not, but we also see glimpses of the European Dead Zone where I can't make out where this is. Maybe you can tell me in the comments down below, but there seems to be floating rocks in the foreground here and also in the back. So not sure if this is an area that's currently in the game that I can't think of at the moment of making this video or not, or if it's someplace new. Next, here's a look at some of the new armor and weapons. The announcer then talks about the all-new 6-player match-made activity while we see this Warlock dunking an orb in the center of this room. So previous leaks from a pretty legitimate source claim that this was a new escape room type activity with 6 players, which also had horde mode combat. Now we do see a bunch of enemies here. It does look like this Warlock is participating in some type of puzzle, but it's hard to tell from just a couple of clips. Now this clip for sure definitely looks like a giant ogre, so I guess that confirms a little bit of hive presence there. And then of course we get a glimpse at some new armor which looks pretty sick. So on Bungie's website, they detail a little bit more about how you can acquire the new weapons and armor, and also something called the Chalice of Opulence, which allows you to choose which type of gear you earn from the new Menagerie activity. I know it's a lot, but here's a look at some of the new armor listed on their site. As for the new 6-player activity itself, it says assembling your Chalice of Opulence is just the first step. Callus has crafted a maze of challenges in his lost vaults. Test your strength in the all-new 6-player match-made activity, the Menagerie, and meet his challenges head-on to unlock your rewards. And with that, the final clip shows the Guardian approaching this giant looking vault, which was mentioned by the narrator. So tons of stuff to pick out for sure. If I missed something, be sure to tell me down below, and I'm super excited to dive into the story of this because, as you know, I love the lore, and we talked about Curia Blade Transform and Savathûn for a very long time, and not sure if there'll be any impact there with those types of entities that we've seen. Let's next talk about the new Pinnacle Weapons, the entire roadmap for Season of Opulence, and also a look at the new weapons. So here's a look at the crazy roadmap, which takes us all the way through July 30th. First up, June 4th, the launch of the expansion will have the Menagerie game mode, which is that new 6-player activity, and also the Crown of Sorrow raid. June 11th, we have a new Menagerie boss and the Truth quest, so I guess that confirms our Truth speculation from before. June 18th, yet another Menagerie boss and an Iron Banner quest, and June 25th, it looks like a heroic mode is coming to the new 6-player activity. Starting July 2nd, we get the Lumina quest, and it looks beautiful for sure. Here is a higher res image of that. And the last two, July 9th, we have Tribute Hall, which is something that looks new, and Moments of Triumph returning, and also July 30th returning is the Solstice of Heroes event, which will bring Gambit to all Destiny players for free. Not sure if that's just for the duration of that event, but we got a couple of months to figure out that info. Now we have a look at the brand new Pinnacle Weapons coming to Season of Opulence. First is the Revoker, and this is going to be for the Crucible. Missed shots are returned to the magazine after a short duration. We then have the Vanguard weapon, the Wendigo GL3, hopefully I said that right, which is where Orbs of Light increase the blast radius and the damage. And lastly for Gambit, the Hush Bow, which is hipfire precision shots give a massive draw speed bonus. But Guardians is all I got for this little roundup video. If you saw something pretty sweet that most of us may have missed, be sure to tell us in the comments down below. Anyway, if you'd like to see some more awesome Destiny 2 news and entertainment, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, my name's Evade, and I'll catch you Guardians in the next one.